Greeting internet friends, welcome to another episode of Dabbling with Dan. Today Dan's going to be dabbling in replacing the O-rings in his old nailer that I bought about 30 years ago and haven't used for about 10-15 years. And when I did try to use it, I hooked up the air and it blew a O-ring, and this is the O-ring that it blew within this top portion. And I bought a replacement kit on Amazon and it cost $17. And I thought maybe you guys like to join me as I take this apart, because I'm going to actually use this on a building project this winter. So I like to have it. So let's go ahead and tear into this thing and see what this thing looks like. We'll be right back. What was happening was the O-ring was letting the air bypass and go straight out here. So I'm going to point this not in my general direction. Alright, well, as you heard, it is still leaking air. Let's see where that air is coming from. Let's pull these nails out. Obviously, it didn't work. The air is blowing by here. Well, we'll continue to tear into it. So the first thing we're going to do is take off this top part of this DeWALT nailer. Now this does not need to be removed because this is just a muffler to deflect the air out this direction. What we have to do is remove these 4 screws. And I'm going to use my cordless drill, and the bit I'm going to use I just got out of my tool case here, and it's kind of simple. We just put it in reverse. Easy peasy. This will slide off. Let's get a side view here. Voila. Just set that off to the side. And what we're looking at is this is the plunger that gets pushed down to put the nail in the wood. And what I'm going to do, I'm just going to mark this so I know how to install it directly, because I'll show you here in a minute why that's important. All right, we're going to reposition the camera. We'll be right back. All right, so I'm just going to tug this up and pull this off, and I believe that's where the O-ring goes. Now this kit here, you can kind of see the number. Let's see if we can find the right size O-ring. It's got like O-rings for the trigger and whatnot, but I believe this is the culprit right there. Let's put that one on. Okay. There's a little bit of grease. Go ahead and just smear that on there. Now I see an O-ring in there. I'm going to use this really nice knife that I got from friends in the Czech Republic. My thought is I'm just going to go ahead and replace all the O-rings while I have the thing apart. Okay. Now, how this nailer works is this has got to be in the proper position to strike the nail. Okay? And what I'm going to do, and if you look all the way down, you can kind of see where the slot is. The kit came with a diagram of the O-rings that are going to be replaced in this unit, and all of them are highlighted here, like this O-ring, that one, this series, that one right there. So the kit doesn't come with all the O-rings, but it comes with most of them. So I'll let you guys look at that here for a second. Maybe you can get a picture of that. Oh, and don't forget to subscribe. Hit that little button right there. All right. Again, that O-ring is going to be replaced. This nail portion, you see how it's got this like groove up at the top and on this side? That's for hitting the nail. And as I push that out, boom. This O-ring I replaced already. That one was this really bad one. Okay, but that's why I marked that, because that will help me place this in there. Now, here in the bottom, there's this piece here. There's no O-rings in there, so I'm going to put that back in there. Alright, now the next step here, there's a couple O-rings here that I've already replaced. And I want to show you, there's a couple O-rings inside this mechanism here. So, how do you get to those? Well, let's take a moment and check this out. To remove this, what you have to do is pull down on this sleeve, and there's an O-ring right here. And what we're going to do, we're going to squeeze on the O-ring and lift this thing up to get the O-ring off. Okay? And what this does is it allows the sleeve to slide upward. I'm going to set that off to the side. And I tell you what I like to do is lay everything out in the direction that I took everything off at. Then I'm going to pull the spring up. Okay? Set that there. This sleeve does at least. I think I need a screwdriver. So that lifts up. There's that. Now this will kind of, you have to spread that apart to get it out of this groove. And bring that upward. That's my airplane scanner. Listening to these jets flying real high. Alright, now that lifts up and out. Okay. Now, from here, this unit will just slide straight up. And let me tell you, this is the O-ring that you're trying to get to. Now, I've already replaced it, but the one that was in here was very similar to that very first light colored O-ring, and it was completely disintegrated. Alright, so again, to put these O-rings on, you just kind of like will squeeze and push, and that will help lift it up, and then you can just put your finger up under there and lift them out. Okay, alright, so once that O-ring is in, the thing that I did here, there's no O-rings within here, just on the outside. You'll put this back over, down, okay? The next piece is this sleeve. Alright, and that gets down there. Followed by this. And that goes all the way down there. It connects with that. Now you have to put the spring on. Followed by this ring, and then I'm going to push it down, and once in this position it's going to set in place with this O-ring, and boom, that's in. Alright, now take a moment here and put this back in. You see this tab right here? Tab's got to go in a certain way. See the tab? Tab's got to go right in here. Alright, once that's in, now there's an O-ring right here. Let's see if I can find one that matches it. Looks a little small. Looks about the right size. Okay. Borrow some of this lubricant. Lube up the O-ring. Then I can put this in. Again, I marked it, so that's the front. The next step is to, the O-ring kit didn't come in with this replacement one, but once you have this apart, you just want to make sure that when you put it back together, there's no nicks or there's no dirt. Again, the muffler faces away. Now, once it's pushed down, you can put these bolts back in place and tighten. I'm going to do a crisscross pattern. I'm just going to snug them down. Okay. Now we're going to take a moment, and I'm going to go ahead and turn the compressor on, and we'll go ahead and try this out. So we will be right back. I have the unit all back together. These have been torqued down, and I've got a couple pieces of wood. Before I go ahead and charge this with air and put nails in it, I'm going to put on different glasses. These are safety glasses. And how you put the nails in it, you just slide back. And these are framing nails. That's locked into place. Now, when I put the air in, the last time all this air was escaping. Let's see if that happens. Ah, I don't hear any air. All right, the moment of truth. Bingo. Ho, ho, ho. It's working. It is ready to go ahead and start framing. I hope you enjoyed this video. Again, in the corner of the page, there's a little subscribe button. If you like it, go ahead and subscribe. Again, the story behind this was, I bought this a while back and it sat for a long time. And then when I tried to use it about 2 months ago, the O-rings rotted out and the air pressure blew the O-rings out. I bought this O-ring kit on the internet for $17. And it took about maybe 30 minutes to tear into it. I've never really done this before, but it's back working and ready to start framing. So everybody, thanks for joining me, and we'll see you the next time. Bye.